I'm here in Barcelona and I am flying out to Amsterdam this evening. I'm going to be flying on Vueling in economy class. I do have access to the Priority Pass lounges through my American Express Platinum card, and what's going to be interesting about today is that because I am not flying to the UK, I'm flying to Europe, I actually get to use the European side of the departures terminal. So that is going to be a different lounge to the lounge that I would normally use going home to the UK. They are different lounges that you can't access unless you are going to those specific destinations. So today I'm going to be trying out the European departures lounge here in Barcelona. This has pretty much become a hobby of mine this year, taking cheap economy flights but using the American Express Platinum card to enjoy the lounges along the way. The airport was pretty busy as it was a Monday afternoon. So I've just checked my bag in. I probably could have got away with bringing it in the cabin, but I don't know how strict Vueling are. I've never flown with Vueling before. I don't know if they are as generous as BA or not. I think they might be a little bit stricter. So I had a bag to check in, so I just checked it in. Now I'm going to go through security and going to go try find this lounge. So when you come out of security, you'll come out there, and then you basically turn right and come this way. And then here, that is where you're going to find the Pau Casals lounge, which is the one that I'm going to go into today. So let's go check it out. There was a little bit of a queue to come into the lounge, but that was just the process of checking people in. Once we were in, I started to check out the lounge and see the different seating options. It is a fairly large lounge, but it was very busy on that day, and there were only a few seats available to actually sit on. Interestingly, they had this meeting room that you could book, but I'm not sure if that cost any extra. If the lack of seating wasn't enough of a sign that this lounge was overcrowded, all you had to do is look at the tables and check out the amount of dirty plates and glasses. I eventually found the spot, moved the dirty glasses over to another table, and then headed over to check out the food. And unfortunately, things did not get much better from here. While there were some nice options of little bits here and there to eat, there was no hot food, and also a big problem was that a lot of sections were just empty because they could not keep up with the amount of people in this lounge. There's either not enough staff or it's just way too overcrowded. The few staff that were there were trying really hard to top everything up, but there was just too many people, and as soon as they put something down, it just disappeared. There's no hot food. It's basically just cold bits, and they are just really struggling to keep it topped up. Like if you look at the hams now, it's pretty much all being battered. These little salads as well, battered. This is battered. If we look over here as well, two of these wraps or sandwiches, wherever they're meant to be, gone. This one here, I don't know what that's meant to be, gone. They are trying, they're working really hard, but it's just not enough. On the plus side, they did have some nice yogurts, and actually these pastries were really nice, but they did disappear pretty quickly as soon as they were put out. Soft drinks were available, some waters as well, which also needed a top up. And there was a fairly good selection of Spanish wines, including sparkling, white and reds. We then had a small selection of spirits, and there were some bottled beers available as well. Of course, I started off with the sparkling wine. I found myself a nice seat, and I enjoyed a hot dog as well. I'm a sucker for a hot dog, so I just had to have one. As busy as the lounge was, I did manage to find this seat, which was a little bit away from the crowds, and I did manage to relax for half an hour or so. So I asked one of the cleaning ladies here why it's so busy, if she knows any reason why it's so busy, if it's because it's a Monday or if it's normally this busy. She said this is the flurry of people that they expect in like July, August, when it's peak season. And she said, you know, they are just rammed and they weren't ready for it. So I enjoyed a couple more drinks and a few more bits to eat, but then eventually it was time to head over to the gate. The lounge itself was really nice, but it was just really overcrowded. I was honestly fully hoping to make this a really positive video, and honestly I had a much better experience in the other lounge, so you can watch that video. I'll put it up on the screen now and you'll see. But they just managed to keep the food topped up better, and in this one today they really struggled. So I would say that's maybe not one of the best Priority Pass lounges in the world. So that's it. That is my review of this lounge. I did not have the best experience. It was too overcrowded, but maybe it was just an unfortunate time of year to visit, an unfortunate time of the week to visit. Let me know if you've been there, and did you have a better experience when you went? Was there more food topped up and was it less busy?